Okay, let's see what we can do with this piece. Konica Minolta C227. Okay, folks, silliness again, folks. Let's see what we can do with this shitty, dumbass copier system. Let's see what we can do with it, folks. Going to keep it on 100. And what else are we going to do? Going to here, go here. Going to make the contrast all the way. Alright, let's see how we go. What do we got? We got here WOM Adelaide, the World's Festival. So it's to do with Adelaide. Let's see how we go with this. Adelaide, indeed. So we're photocopying the front page of this Adelaide thingamajig. Let's see how we go with that. Let's see if we've made this come up a treat already. It looks alright. It's not the greatest. We're going to work on it. Okay. Going to just get rid of this, and we're going to make something more interesting out of this, using this as our master copy. So we're going to put that on the glass sideways, like so. We're going to slip it and slide it around and around and around it goes, like so. And see what we get. Yeah, that looks more interesting. It looks more lively. You can see nice little wavy patterns in there. We're going to do another round of that. Oh, I forgot to switch that to copied paper. I'll do that now. And we're just going to put this one aside, and we're going to use this as our next master copy for this. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot more lively and colourful. Wonder what we're going to do with this. Going to just take a large section out of that, and we're just going to maybe snick off that section and just enlarge. So we're going to get rid of that one. So we're going to enlarge on the vertical. So we're going to enlarge a little bit on the horizontal, and on the vertical we're going to make it 130. So we're going to put this on the glass as is. We're going to enlarge it a little bit. So we're just going to see the black areas we want to get rid of. They sort of intrude on this whole design that we've got. So just there and there we overlap. Let's see how we go. Alright, let's see what we've got. We've got a nice colourful look. Wondering where the center of this job is going to be. We're going to make this elongated, I think. Let's see what we do. I'm just going to lift this up again, and I'm just seeing where we're going, because sometimes I don't know I don't remember how I've placed the original. So I think the horizontal will have to be stretched as well as the vertical. So we're going to stretch the horizontal further. We're going to probably make it even longer than the vertical. So we're going 190. But yeah, it's really a challenge trying to work with these photocopiers, trying to make them do what you want them to do, but you just don't know how it's going to turn out. It's experimental. It's often spontaneous. It's not something you can always plan what you're going to do or what you're going to get. You try to have as much control over it as you can, but the fact of the matter is often the control you just don't have, and you just don't know what you're going to create. Sometimes you just spend a whole lot of time creating shit, and sometimes something amazing happens out of the blue that you just don't expect. So it's very unpredictable. It's difficult. Like, it's easier, I think Photoshop is a more controlled kind of environment, if you want to call that program an environment to work in, whereas photocopiers are bloody hard, and they have a really rough sort of an aesthetic to them that you don't get with, which you probably don't often get with Photoshop. I think we've made that a little bit too stretched, but you just don't know what you're going to get. Oh yeah, there is a preview function, but I'd rather work without the preview, folks. So I just use my intuition to guide me in how to do this shit. I try to be intuitive, folks. Try to keep the human element in the game. So yeah. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. You can get some really whacked out effects using photocopiers if you know what. Well, you don't always know what you're doing, folks. As I said, it's often spontaneous. Yes, you can use the preview function to show where, but even then the preview screen is not a full screen. It's not a full-size screen, so you may not get the exact details. I've never used the preview function on this device, but the preview screen I don't think has much space, so you can't really see the actual details anyway. But I'd rather do it like this, in a more old school sort of a fashion. I've noticed a lot of people who were photocopier artists have given up on it because of the issues with the what you call the original size settings. Sometimes the machine doesn't behave itself like in the old school fashion where you just put it on the glass and that's it. So it's a real pain for a lot of people that the technology has sort of changed since the 80s and the 90s. So technology doesn't change anymore with photocopiers, but it's changed enough to throw a lot of people off, to turn a lot of people who were once photocopier artists away from it. So some artists just couldn't keep up with the technology, which is really sad. And hopefully my videos can show you that it can be done, that it's not that hard when you know what you're doing and you had practice, learn some of the stuff that I do, follow my moves, and hopefully you'll get a good result. Anyway, that looks really interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.